You're listening to Inside Insight, the podcast that dives into the latest innovations and strategies in manufacturing, distribution, and Dynamics 365 Business Central. Brought to you by InsightWorks, this show features our hosts, Ryan and Emma, as they bring you expert conversations, industry insights, and practical advice to help you stay ahead in this constantly evolving world.
You know, it's a real drag. Keeping up with maintenance. I mean, it's like spreadsheets and paperwork, and did we check that thing last month or was it last year? It's enough to make your head spin.
It really is. And you know, the worst part is when you have some equipment failure that you just didn't see coming.
Oh, yeah. Talk about a pain.
Because a lot of those breakdowns could be avoided with the right systems in place, like preventative maintenance, you know?
Right. So today we're going to deep dive into the Maintenance Manager app for Business Central. Tell me, does it actually deliver on what it promises?
Well, it tackles a very real and expensive problem for businesses. I mean, think about it. Unexpected equipment failures, they can really derail everything.
Absolutely.
You've got production delays, missed deadlines, not to mention some very unhappy customers. It's a total domino effect.
It really is. So is this app trying to be that solution? I'm definitely intrigued, but color me skeptical. What exactly are we talking about here?
So, the Maintenance Manager app. It's what's known as a CMMS, a computerized maintenance management system. And the idea is that it helps you keep track of all your maintenance needs. But here's the key. Right inside Business Central.
Okay, so instead of digging through file cabinets or messy spreadsheets, everything's just in one place. I like that. So what all can it track? Is this just for big machinery or what?
Well, you can track pretty much anything you can think of. So yeah, obviously production equipment, but also vehicles, tools, computers, even office furniture if you really want to go all out.
Wow.
And for those who really like organization, you can link all of these assets to Business Central's fixed asset module. Talk about a complete picture, right?
So organized. Yeah, that's awesome. But let's get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. How does it actually work in practice?
Okay, so let's say you need to schedule a maintenance check, maybe for a delivery truck or something. Now, instead of just relying on memory or a sticky note that's bound to get lost, you can create what's called a work order in the system. You can set a due date, and you can even base it on things like mileage or time. And then you can actually assign that task to a specific technician.
Nice. Streamlined.
Yeah, exactly. And it gets even smarter. If you're also using MxAPS, which is a production planning tool inside Business Central, it will automatically coordinate the maintenance schedule with your overall production plan.
Oh, wow.
So that way you're not, pulling a vehicle out of commission right when you actually really need it.
So it's not just scheduling, it's smart scheduling.
Right.
Well, I can get behind that. What about when stuff just breaks unexpectedly, though? Does it cover that as well?
It does. You can create work orders for those on-demand situations, too. And you can track the time spent on repairs while you're at it.
Perfect. And speaking of repairs, we got to talk about spare parts.
Yes.
Spare parts. That's a whole other headache.
Oh, tell me about it. Anyone who works with equipment knows the frustration of starting a job only to realize, oh, shoot, we're missing a crucial part. And then everything grinds to a halt. So this is how Maintenance Manager solves that problem. You can actually flag specific inventory items and say, hey, this is a maintenance part, which means you can track stock levels just for those parts. You can even set up automatic reorder points so you never run out at a critical moment.
That is such a good feature. So much less stress.
Yeah.
What about the technicians, though? Do they need to be sitting at a computer to use all of this?
Yeah.
Because most of them are out in the field, right?
You're absolutely right. And that's one of the best things about this app. It works seamlessly with the Business Central mobile app.
Nice.
So technicians can access everything they need right from their phone or tablet, assign tasks, they can update work orders, even scan barcodes to keep track of parts.
That's so convenient.
It is.
Okay, I'm really liking this. But let's talk about implementation, because that can be a beast. Does this require bringing in a bunch of consultants and weeks of setup? Because ain't nobody got time for that.
No, you're right. That's a valid concern. But the good news is that Maintenance Manager is designed for ease of use. It's available on AppSource. And the setup process is pretty straightforward.
Okay.
You have this guided wizard that walks you through the basics, and you can even configure specific fields to match your needs.
Oh, and you can import your existing data from Business Central, too.
Love that. Okay, so let's say a business is listening to this and they're like, okay, I'm sold. Who would benefit the most from using this kind of app?
Honestly, anyone who relies on their equipment and is tired of those expensive downtime scenarios. Think about manufacturers, warehouses, facility managers, fleet managers, service providers. I mean, the list could go on and on.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But what about the bottom line? Does this thing actually save businesses money, or is it just another fancy piece of software?
Well, consider this. If you can prevent even one major equipment breakdown, that could potentially save you thousands of dollars.
You're not dealing with lost production, rush repairs, all that expedited shipping. And that's not even taking into account that equipment that's properly maintained is going to last longer.
So you're being proactive and saving money in the long run.
Exactly.
Makes a lot of sense. But, there are a ton of CMMS solutions out there. So what makes this one stand out from the crowd?
It all comes down to how tightly it integrates with Business Central. Unlike standalone systems that make you juggle different platforms, Maintenance Manager actually uses existing Business Central features.
Okay.
For things like orders, inventory, even the scheduling with MxAPS that we talked about earlier. This means no more duplicated effort or data silos.
So you're streamlining and working smarter, not harder.
Precisely.
I love it. All right, so let's do a quick recap. Maintenance Manager sounds like a pretty great solution for any business that's just done with the whole, paper trail and reactive maintenance scramble.
It is.
It helps get you organized, stay on top of things, and could potentially save a ton of money in the process.
Absolutely. And it makes you think, if you could actually put a dollar amount on all those little inefficiencies, those moments where you can't find a tool or a machine suddenly goes kaput,
Yeah.
just how much is all of that costing your business?
That is a really great point. Food for thought, folks. Well, if you're ready to say goodbye to those spreadsheets and embrace proactive maintenance, go check out maintenancefordynamics.com or find it on Microsoft AppSource.
And while you're at it, take a look at the other InsightWorks apps. Those would be MxAPS, Shop Floor Insight, and Warehouse Insight, and they all work seamlessly with Maintenance Manager.
They do.
And that is it for today. See you next time.